You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It is Belynda from Soap Dirt, and it's time for our weekly prediction edition. As always, my predictions are based on confirmed General Hospital spoilers and sometimes on recent episode activity. I'm excited to unpack these all for you. I've got one for Carly and Drew, one for Sonny and Nina, another for Nicholas, another for college kid Adam, and another for Esme Prince. Awful, evil Esme. All right, I cannot wait to share these with you. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Now, let's jump right into these 5 sizzling predictions. Number 1, I feel like Carly is going to suffer a rift with Drew, some kind of just issue. So there's a couple of reasons. First and foremost, of course, is the return of Steve Burton as Jason Morgan. And Jason and Carly were in love. You know, they got derailed by Sonny returning from the dead, but then he ran off with Nina. Then Jason got crushed in a tunnel. And of course, he's going to come out of that just fine. So Wednesday spoilers say that Carly and Drew lean on each other, which of course does sound promising. But then on Friday, another spoiler says Carly and Sam talk about the changes in Drew. And while they both understand why he's changed, like the whole prison ordeal and everything, most of these changes are not good things. You know, he's being very temperamental. He's very quick to anger, and he's got a lot of frustration, and he seems just like a ticking time bomb. And that is not the sweet Drew who went off to prison to cover for Carly. So I definitely feel like the soap is getting ready to do some kind of distance between them, because I definitely feel like Carly and Jason are going to have a renaissance, a reunion of some sort. You know, maybe not the week he gets back or the second week he gets back, but eventually we'll see how it works out. My second prediction, Sonny is going to be really angry that Nina bargained with Cyrus. So on Friday's episode, you saw Nina finding out from Ava about Cyrus getting beaten by Sonny, and there's charges being pressed, all this kind of stuff. So Nina on Friday headed over to the hospital, and she asked for Cyrus's room. So on Monday, we'll see her talking to Cyrus, and the spoilers say Nina makes a deal with someone, but that's clearly with Cyrus because that's who she's with on Monday. Then on Wednesday, a spoiler says that Nina reveals something stunning. So I just have to wonder, what exactly did Nina promise Cyrus? Because I do think he's probably going to drop the charges. I initially thought that Cyrus might try and leverage Sonny in exchange for dropping the charges, but it makes sense that Nina goes and throws herself on her sword in front of Cyrus because she feels very guilty. Because if Cyrus hadn't been goading Sonny about her, then the whole beating might not have taken place. So, you know, it is all very upsetting to her. I just wonder exactly what Cyrus is going to demand. I mean, if he was going to go full crazy, he'd be like, oh, yeah, divorce Sonny and marry me. That'd be crazy. And I don't think she would agree to that. So, but boy, that would be fun leverage, wouldn't it? In another more extreme soap. That's more of a Days of Our Lives plot than a General Hospital plot. All right, our third prediction, I think Nicholas Cassadine is soon going to be plotting a kidnapping. So on Monday, we have got Nicholas at the door. Spencer answers the door. We saw the tail end of just the start of that on Friday. It's going to pick up on Monday. And Nicholas has some things to say to Spencer. I don't know how open Spencer is going to be to what his father says, because it's not just that Nicholas abandoned him. I think what Spencer is more angry about at this point is that Nicholas has abandoned Ace. He hasn't ever met his infant son. You know, Ace is there with Spencer because Spencer is supposed to be at the hearing, and he was supposed to bring Ace with him to Esme's court date as he promised, but he's not going to get to. I do wonder if Spencer is going to refuse to let Nicholas see his son. That would be kind of interesting. And a spoiler for Tuesday says Spencer needs to protect his little brother. together. And I think that's twofold, because Spencer is pretty sure Esme has her memories back, and then now Nicholas is back, and Nicholas could walk away with that kid. And I feel like Nicholas might actually be plotting a kidnapping. If Spencer tries to keep his son away from him, and if Nicholas realizes that Esme could go to prison or has her memories back, he's definitely not going to want Esme around the kid. So Nicholas, may think taking the kid is the best thing to do. And there is an interview that Adam Huss did with, I think, Soap Digest, where he mentioned that if Spencer isn't open to listening to him, then he has another kid as a fallback. And Spencer he knows and loves. Ace he doesn't know, but I'm assuming when he sees him and holds him in his arms, it'll be instant love. All right, our fourth prediction. I feel like Adam Wright may hurt himself, some kind of self-harm thing. Adam is the troubled young man who lives in the dorms, the same dorms where Joss and Trina are. He has those pre-med classes with Jocelyn, and he has been boozing. And then on Friday, he was completely distraught because Jocelyn notified the counseling center that he might need a session, and they updated it on his student record, which he says his parents forced him to give access to. So he's very concerned that his parents are going to see this. And then the spoilers for Monday says Jocelyn sees Adam in deep trouble. Tuesday, Carly is supporting Joss, and the other spoiler on Friday is that Dex comforts Joss. That all sounds really bad for Adam. The kid's been medicating, he's depressed, he's drinking. I just feel like he might hurt himself. And I said this on the weekly spoilers, but I think it bears repeating. Maurice Benard's son, Joshua Benard, who's playing Adam, I think he's killing it. That kid has some chops. I mean, he's a very talented musician. He plays the guitar. He writes songs. And honestly, if you want my 2 cents, I think that his son is a better actor than he is. I'm whispering that because I don't want y'all to yell at me. I don't want all the Mo fans out there to yell at me. But this kid's a revelation. I think he's a very good actor. I think he was a little more unsteady when he first came on the show, when he was first introduced. And, to be fair, he had an episode here, an episode there. And I think that's not a lot of time to let you soak into a character and really wear the skin well. And I think now that he knows who Adam is, and he's so good in the role. So I feel like he might hurt himself, but I hope he sticks around because he's just a great little actor. All right, my fifth and final prediction. I think Esme Prince is going to get away with her Wyndemere breaking and entering. So on Monday, Laura gets in front of Ava outside the courtroom and says, please drop the charges. And Ava so there's a spoiler on Monday also that says Ava is angry. But in the scene that I've seen of Ava talking to Laura, she's not angry. She's more like, why would I drop the charges? She did horrible things to Trina. She deserves, a stiff prison sentence for that. And Laura's attitude is, well, chalk and cheese, that's two different things. One is what she did to Trina. One is what she did to your house. So I feel like if Ava is very angry on Monday, it's because Esme, the charges might be dropped. She didn't take anything. At one point, she did live there. At one point, she was held captive there. I mean, her lawyer could play the, she's still a victim card. And so, yeah. And then also on Tuesday, Trina tells Esme about her plans for Paris and that Spencer is going to go along. So that to me sounds like Esme isn't locked up. It sounds like she is on the loose. And then there's other spoilers for her later in the week about her panicking and some other things. But I feel like that's about Spencer figuring out that she has her memories back because she made the mistake of calling him Spence, and nobody else but her ever called him that. And amnesiac Esme never did. All right, that's all my predictions for the week. I look forward to your comments, whether you agree, disagree. Let me know where you think the storylines are going, where you hope they're going. I love reading your comments. Please click subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our updates. Definitely come back every single day because we are here talking GH 7 days a week. And most days we have at least one, but some days 2 GH videos for you. So lots to see here. Please come back soon. As always, I am your host, Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.